Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to TradeSetup in the afternoon wrap for the 1st of November. Hope we all had a great day today. We had the Melbourne Cup out today at 3 o'clock. I didn't actually see the race myself, but I hear it was a good one. Hope we all went quite well if we had a flutter today. Also, we had on the markets, we had the interest rate announcement. The RBA left interest rates unchanged at 1.5% today at 2:30. That was out. The markets didn't react too much, although the Aussie did turn around and head north. So that was quite interesting to see that price action there. Let's take a look at the ASX today, the price action for the day. We'll look at the Aussie, we'll take a look at the Euro, and we'll also take a look at the S&P 500 and the levels we could expect to be to show some action reaction tonight. Okay, looking at the ASX 200 on the 30-minute chart here, we can see the market opened up. We were looking for the market to potentially we had our three scenarios obviously planned out. If it was going to hold up above 52.92, we wanted to see that higher low build for a push up through 53.28 and beyond. We had that scenario also if this 52.92 could not hold up. We're sort of expecting that potentially retest, and then maybe we'll be heading down towards that 52.63 zone, potentially to break that. It's going to be interesting. That's potentially just pulled up short of that, and we've seen some rejection, just some minor higher lows off that level, just above that at say that 52.70 mark. So if that plays out and that actually holds up, we could potentially make some higher lows and build our way back up through 53.28 and up to 53.78. If not, if this 52.98, these retests of that zone holds, we could be looking at that scenario playing out and a push through 52.63, but we'll see how that goes over the coming days. Okay, looking at the Aussie dollar, it's a 30-minute chart here. We can see it's well in overbought territory, and that's because of the big move up after the interest rate announcement at 2:30 today. That was right on that announcement. So obviously it's got more to do with the RBA statement than anything else. We can see that's it did originally just wash out that low there at 7600 or 7601. Only got down to what was that low there, 75.98 thereabouts. So I didn't get too far, but it just pushed down there and then headed up just before 2:30. We got up to that 76.90 mark, which held that zone, and then popped out of that straight through that zone there, right up and pretty much gained about 20 to 30 pips on that announcement, 76.60 highs. So we'll have to just keep a watch because it is overbought territory. If it's going to head back up to that 77 mark, 77.10, we would expect really a bit of a pullback, build that base there and then pop up there. But it could be a bit like this action here that was on the back of a strong CPI number, headed up to that 77.10 and then just rolled over from there, made that major lower low. But we'll have to see how that plays out obviously tonight and the next couple of days. Okay, the Euro here, we've got a longer term 4-hour chart. We can see that there's a major support zone at 108.25. That's from, if we go right back, we can see that there, where it's sort of working towards that zone. So we'll have to see if that can hold up just above there and it can build that higher low for a push back up to the highs. If we just roll back out there. And so at the moment we've got a low at 108.60, and we just worked our way, had a bit of a wash to that zone, so that minor lows just above that 108.25, and we're just working our way back up towards that. There's not too many major levels there, but 110.30 and 110.58. There's sort of some minor resistance zones that could produce a bit of problems for the market there. But it looks like if this potentially works its way out and potentially is a lower high, we could wash out this zone at 109.40 and head back down to that 108.60 level and through that to test that 108.25, and that could just be that wash out of that 108.60. So if not, we could just step our way back up through there on our way back up to 111.30, but we'll have to see how and that's just a retest of that breakout zones from previous. We'll have to see how that plays out, see if the US dollar gets a bit of a if the US dollar gets sold off. We'll obviously expect that euro to bounce again. Okay, looking at the S&P 500, the price has worked its way off that 21.15 mark. It did work its way up to about that 21.55, and then we've been making lower highs as we push back down into support. We've got a minor support level at 21.22, which is potentially holding. We have got that wash out of that zone, but we didn't quite get down to that 21.15 and retest that support zone there, or down to 21.10, which is two key zones really. We are in overbought territory, so with this 21, just a minor high at 21.35 could hold, or we could just get that flush wash out of that high, targeting up towards that 21.40, but still holding that trend down, just make a more major lower high and just pretty much roll over from there. We'll have to see how it plays out. Like I said, in overbought territory, so we could just spike through and then wash out a few highs, a few long positions, and then roll over from there. We'll have to see how we go. Anyway, that's it for today. We'll speak to you again tomorrow. And don't forget, traders, you can go to our YouTube channel to subscribe. Just go to www.youtube.com/c/TradeSetup AU, and you can view all the uploaded videos we've taken so far.